It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Cashed up Chinese investors are buying up large parcels of land in the Hunter Valley. The Herald reports they've bought more than $100 million in property over the past few years, mainly agricultural land and wineries. Just last week, one of the region's largest grazing properties, Glenrock Station, sold for $45 million. Homes and businesses in the Paterson electorate are stepped closer to getting the national broadband network. The NBN Co has released its quarterly rollout report to September 2016, which includes areas like Raymond Terrace, East Maitland and Hexham, where the fixed line build will get underway. However, Paterson MP Bob Baldwin says people will have to pay extra for super fast broadband.
There is always the choice for people. If you want super high speed, you have to pay for it. If you want the standard ADSL 2 plan, you can have that over the optical fibre and that speed delivery, and you'll pay the same amount of money. People have an expectation, because of all the hoopla by Labor, they would get the super fast broadband speed at the same rates. That's not the case, and it wasn't the case under Labor.
Workers who helped hand out flyers for the No Land Tax Party during the election are worried they won't get paid. The party promised staff $30 an hour and a bonus if it gets between 5 or 10% of the vote. Some Hunter workers say they took the day off work to earn extra money but haven't received a cent yet. An email has been sent to booth workers saying they will be paid by April 30. Motorists are being advised of changed traffic conditions in Singleton as part of the work on the Dunley Road, Bridgeman Road South project. The new traffic changes will be in place over Easter, with Council expecting to open Dunley Road between Dunley Ford Bridge and Darlington Road, including Pertec Park, from April 3. Council's Assistant General Manager Gary Thompson says the community will benefit from the state government's funding toward the project.
The asset management plans are things that how we manage all our assets, which is our roads and our buildings and our sewage and stormwater. And we have a replacement and rehabilitation programs where you get the funding to be able to do that. It saves the community money because we don't have to find that from rates and other revenue. The grants are much appreciated.
Port Stephens Council is encouraging the community to have their say on the Ferradale Park Complex Master Plan after the document was approved for public exhibition. The project has been developed through preliminary consultation with the Madawi Sports Council. Funding strategies for the project will be determined once the scope of the master plan is set. Council's Community and Recreation Coordinator Brendan Callender says the concept plan builds on the existing facilities at Madawi.
It includes a second sporting field which could be used for AFL cricket, soccer or those sorts of activities. There's a bowling green, clubhouse, some extra netball courts, additional car parking and amenities, and obviously some landscaping around the grounds as well.
And if you're planning on going camping in the Hunter this Easter long weekend, you might want to think again. Good Friday is set to be wet, with temperatures in the low 20s. The Weather Bureau says the rain will continue in patches from there. Now with sport, Belinda De Los Heras.
The Newcastle Knights have named an 18-man side to take on the Dragons in Easter Saturday's inaugural Alex McKinnon Cup. Tariq Sims will make his club debut, replacing an injured Robbie Rocco in the back row, while Chris Houston returns to the bench. David Faulongo is set to retain his spot in the front row, with James McManus returning from injury to cover winger Sione Matautia, who's back on the extended bench. Curry is sweating on the fitness of new signing Jacob McKendry in the lead-up to next weekend's Newcastle Rugby League season opener against Souths. The Bulldogs recruit suffered a foot injury during the team's 36-20 win over Dubbo in the final hit out of the pre-season. He's undergone scans and is set to learn his fate later this week. And in-form Hunter Greyhound Lollipop Ollie will be pushing the limits in today's 10-race card as he looks to make a name for himself ahead of this month's Maitland Gold Cup. That's Sport. I'm Belinda De Los Heras.
To a new RFM News Time, 26 to 7.